What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the secondary character of the Summer Paradise Sugarfest, debuting on June 27th, 1900 PST time, which is going to be the Yamato and the Otama. So this is the secondary Sugarfest exclusive. Once again, I want to reiterate, this is a normal Sugarfest, generic. There's no anniversary exclusives, there's no Super Sugos, no TMs, no Kazunas, nothing. This is a base, raw Sugarfest. Because of that, I would advise not to pull on this Sugarfest. You do not need these units. Just skip this one. You don't need them. Of course, these characters are going to be exciting to pull, but as I said, you don't need these characters, okay? So we're going to get into the details now for this unit. We already just talked about Nami. If you want to go check out her video, highly advise doing it. I think Nami's pretty solid, all things considered. Just a pretty good, like, end-of-month batch character. In terms of, like, the rest of the characters in this batch, obviously the two legends at the bottom here. There's a Rare Recruit Ulti, Rare Recruit Hancock, Rare Recruit Perona, and all are based off of this color spread from Ichiro Oda. So I'm expecting throughout the month of July and potentially heading into August that we'll get more representation for these characters. There's a lot to look at here. You got Sugar, Tashigi, you got Rebecca, you got Shirahoshi, Robin, Vivi, and then you've got Carrot, you have the Bonnie at the back as well. There's just a lot of representation here for the female characters. Reiju over here as well, which I forgot about. Lots of representation for the One Piece characters, so yeah, potentially like this could be a relatively big summer celebration, so I'm just saying expect potentially more of these characters moving forward in the next month or two. So let's get into talking about what Yamato and Otama are all about. So we just talked about Nami, as I said. Go check out the YouTube video on the channel if you guys haven't seen it. So as for Yamato, Yamato looks to be a Psi-type unit, which is a surprise, right? We got lots of Psi Yamatos. Psi, Striker, and Cerebral. So the same classes as Nami. The typing is slightly different. She's an attacker-style unit in Rumble. Interesting. She has the Child tag for Otama, Mythical Zoan type, and the Paramecia type. Interesting. She does have Final Tap, so I am hoping that the Final Tap is good. You guys already know the track record of Final Taps, specifically for end-of-month batch characters, is typically awful, so I'm hoping for good things here. Let's say, they have a Final Tap Sugo special that can change Striker characters into Super Striker. Okay, this is obviously wrong. This is obviously wrong. This is meaning they're super special. They can add reducing attack down and special bind by 10 turns if you've healed a certain amount. Okay, that's really good. Both of these gimmicks in their captain, phenomenal. But in order to get it, you have to heal a certain amount. And if it's anything like Nami, it might be a little challenging to achieve that. Let's see. So Psi Striker Cerebral. The special ability here reduces Psi Striker Cerebral cooldown by 2 turns. Hopefully she has the crewmate ability to resist it. Maybe, we'll see. Reduces paralysis by 6 turns, that's really good. Heals the crew by 50 times character's recovery, also really good. Boosting Psi-type and Cerebral and Striker characters' base attack by 1750 for 3 turns. Okay, I'm already seeing base attack. I'm already expecting the Final Tap to be more base attack bullshit, so let's see. Base attack 1750 for 3 turns is like whatever. It's like, what? It's fine. If you've got a Striker or Cerebral captain, boost the attack of the next Final Tap by 40%. Like, come on, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? When 3 or more Child, Paramecia, and or Mythical Zoan are on the crew, when the crew has the ability to overheal, activates a special, further increases all enemies increase down. Really? That's it? Yo, this special is bad. This is really not a good special at all. What are we talking about here? Okay, the cooldown, great. Paralysis removal, great. The healing, actually pretty solid, all things considered. But then you get to this, like, base attack boost is pretty much whatever. This effect, oh, I hate this. I hate this ability. Obviously, you can build around this and make it really strong, but like generically, this is not going to be a good special to use on a ton of teams. And then this effect, so if you have 3 or more of these tags, or you have the overhealing buff, you can get the buff to increase the enemy's increased damage taken. Like this special is not good. This is not a great special. Hopefully the rest is good, because that is not exciting at all. Okay, Captain ability. Changes crew's recovery slot to... Okay, so you get a full border recovery slot at the start of the quest, and then changes recovery into Wano at the start of Battle 3. That's interesting. Boosting Psi Cerebral Striker 5.75 at full HP at the start of the attack, otherwise it's 5.25. Psi-type and Cerebral Strikers will get 1.3 times HP. Psi and recovery slots are beneficial. You can consume recovery slots with perfects. That's pretty neat, I suppose. And then if you've healed over 50,000 HP, you then get the utility. Like, again, so close to greatness, but this is just, again, we talked about this with Nami. The utility only being added once you've healed over this threshold just kind of sucks. It really does. If this was just straight up on the kit, like captain ability-wise, this is pretty solid, all things considered. Changing all slots to recovery at the start of the quest could have some really cool implications. This effect at the start of Battle 3, honestly, might screw you depending on the situation, but I think that's okay. Like, the attack boost is whatever, HP is whatever, this is fine. This is cool, I like this. And then, again, as I said, the utility being locked behind having to heal over 50k actually just kind of hurts, all things considered. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. Crewmate ability, it does give you 1 turn of special reverse. Okay, so why does her special give 2-turn reduction when you only resist 1? I dislike that a lot. Let's have a look at the super class first. So you need 2 of the following units. You can use it as a crewmate, which is good. It's pretty much the same list of characters as before, but Ace is added instead of Big Mom. Mansherry's there too. I don't remember if Mansherry was on the stuff before, but that's cool. Striker to Super Striker, heals the crew by 10,000, reduces the... Okay, yeah, reduces his own character special charge time by 2 turns, so it allows you to get around special reverse. And then increased damage taken, but it doesn't go through full immunity, so, you know, that does kind of hurt. But of course, the content that's going to be built around this Yamato will allow you to inflict increased damage taken to make this actually work, which then works with her special ability in order to make increased damage taken work. So... the super special is a little underwhelming, to be honest. Alright, let's see what this final tap's all about. At the final battle, when you have 70% or more HP, changes his character slot into Wano and boost base attack. Yeah, okay, yeah. Like, do we really expect anything different? Especially, like, they already teased it. They literally teased it in the special. They give you a 1750 base attack. They already knew it was going to happen. They already knew. 2000 base attack bonus at level 5. Again, you just don't need dupes of this. Okay, character in normal content. This character looks like cheeks, to be honest. I just think this character is not good. This character is not good. I don't see a lot of synergies. I don't see other characters that could actually make this character good because the special is so weak. The captain ability is annoying to use. The final tap is trash. The super class is relatively underwhelming. There's just not a lot to like about the Yamato and Otama character. I'm sorry to the Yamato and Otama fans out there, but I think this one's a bit of an L, all things considered. Hopefully the character's really good in Rumble. That's the saving grace here. Let's have a look. Okay, Rumble Special 28. When 6 or more strikers and or cerebrals are on the team, you get a level 6 attack buff, and that activates before you activate your damage, and then targets 3 enemies for 4 times damage. It's pretty solid. And then mythical type Zoan enemies specifically for 5 times damage. That's interesting. There aren't that many mythical Zoan types. I mean, you've got obviously Monkey D. Luffy, but specifically Gear 5 Luffys. I guess Sengoku kind of counts. Kaido would count. Like, there's a couple of units obviously that would work against, but it's a little too specific because there's just not that many mythical zone types. But the fact that, you know, you have a lot of Monkey D. Luffy Gear 5s out in PvP is, I guess, kind of a good thing for this, just to make sure that you're doing a lot of damage towards those Luffys. If you have it level limit break 5, so talking like level 150, then it gets more attack, more damage, more damage. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. The Rumble ability gives your Striker and Cerebral 5 attack, 5 HP. When you have 6 or more of these classes, you get defense and speed up, and 4 or more Paramecia, Mythical Zoan, or Ancient Zoan are on the team. Self-attack up level 5. I mean, it's fine. I guess this is okay for Cerebral, because Cerebral don't have, like, crazy heavy-hitting units, so I guess it could be good in that regard. Again, for Striker teams, I think this is a little too difficult to put on your Striker team, because it's already kind of challenging with the 11th anniversary units in the game right now. So there is that, I suppose. It is interesting that they don't have GP burst skills. Usually, end-of-month batch characters would have that, so that's kind of fascinating, but overall, this character is just nowhere near as good as the Nami. The Nami is definitely the unit you want to pull out of these two. This feels like the participation prize, like, you know, the little prize that everyone gets for participating, but, like, everyone's gunning for the #1 prize, which is obviously the Nami. Nami is way better and has better synergies in the game. Obviously, both of these characters don't seem that great in PvP, so I think that argument doesn't really come into play. I just think in normal content, Nami is the better unit. She has synergy with the Rocks Pirates, and arguably just a better unit overall, just in almost every regard. This character is just not great. Again, I could be missing something on initial readings, but I'm just saying, on my initial look at these characters, Yamato looks not that great. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the video though. Now I can actually go ahead and get to, getting this video out, and then we can go ahead and focus on the Kizuna Clash. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one today, and if you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.